PCOS hit me, okay, in my 20s, and I figured that not everybody is aware of it. And then when I studied about it, 8 on 10 women are hit with PCOS and they aren't even aware about it.
What is that?
So PCOS is actually a hormonal imbalance that women face.
In their 20s? Or
Usually it is very early in the age and then it shows up real late. You know, it's already like done the damage.
Symptoms क्या होते हैं उसके?
उसके symptoms are
watch out for.
like hair fall है, then you have irregular period, okay, then you have sudden weight gain,
okay,
and you have irritability, you have sleeplessness, okay, you are not able to sleep, and you know the कहावत that people say that मुझे तो हवा से भी weight gain होता है, that actually is true for women suffering PCOS. I love dancing. I just love dancing.
Right.
And then actually I can say Zumba got me the fame.
Yeah.
Small accomplishments really help you go further.
Right.
Beyond your capacity. This is about women trying to come out of their suffering and do something that is beyond their capacity.
Do you believe that's the true influence?
Yes, it is.
I think this is one of those episodes where I don't need to pretend I'm meeting the guest for the first time. Neha and I go back to DPS days, before Instagram, before fitness, certifications, before marathons, when life was a lot simpler and expectations were a lot lower. And somewhere in between, then and now, she has built a life where people look at her for discipline, motivation, and consistency. Hey, me too. What interests me about Neha is not just what she does, but the fact that today a lot of people quietly organize their lives around her routine, her discipline, and her energy. And that made me wonder, when you are someone people look at for inspiration, does life actually get easier or heavier? Let's find out. Hi Neha,
Hi.
Welcome to my show.
Thank you.
So we're catching up after how many? Over almost like 20 years?
20 years, yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
I follow you diligently. Your feed comes up on my thing. By the way, you're doing a great job with that.
Thank you.
Every time I get a dose
Okay.
to put down that thing that I'm eating.
Okay.
To stay on track with my...
So that means my social media is doing the right job.
Guaranteed.
Great.
It has touched my life in all good ways, so I'm assuming that it's definitely doing it.
Yeah.
But let's start. I want to settle this rumor/debate. I've been hearing, your batch was like the best batch to come out of DPS.
Yeah.
Bhopal.
Yeah.
And by the way, for our audience, we are both from DPS.
Yes.
Dipsites.
Dipsites.
That's how they call it.
Yes.
I would like to counter that by saying ours was genuinely the best batch that came out of that
Okay.
that particular school.
Okay.
And I don't know what the situation is right now. Can we end it or can we settle it or no?
Not really, because if I think our batch has been the all-rounder.
All-rounder.
All-rounder. So we were good at the sports. For our curriculums, our teachers loved us, though they knew that we are bunking classes. But then we were out there.
We never bunk classes.
Yeah, so see,
Well,
we
hold on,
had
we
it
did.
in the bag.
We used to play Monopoly.
Yeah.
While bunking classes.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Let's settle by saying Dipsites never back down.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
about that?
Makes sense.
You will never come to terms, I'll never come to terms.
Yeah,
on
likewise.
this. So, but generally, let's say that ours was the last.
Yes, we can conclude to that.
You know the culture, how it has changed and evolved. Yeah. Have you been going back to, have you ever had a chance to go back to?
I did have a chance to go back to school, yes.
Okay.
A couple of alumni meets also. And sometimes during the random school hours also,
Okay.
yes.
How do you see, I haven't had a chance to visit it, but do you see difference?
Yes, I do see a difference. And I also see that the teacher-student bond has now changed.
In what way?
In the distance.
Okay.
In the
you
distance.
feel we were much closer?
We were much closer to our teachers.
Yeah.
We were more attached to them.
Right.
Though even if we were having our nasty side around,
Right.
but we still respected them.
Right. You had commerce or yours science?
Commerce.
So I also commerce.
Yeah.
And you know Sanjay sir, right?
Of course.
He was best
Yes.
accounts teacher.
Accounts teacher ever.
Hands down.
Ever. Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down.
And Sanjay sir, if you're watching this, we love you.
Yes.
And he used to be our friend first.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why we used to kind of also listen to him.
Yeah, we did.
When we were like crazy and wild.
Yeah.
That back then, like he was the one who could ground us.
Yes.
They're like, chalo,
Yeah.
niklo yahan se, like
Yeah,
stop.
absolutely.
And we would listen to him.
Yes.
And other teachers kind of struggled
Um,
to, at least for our batch, I can say that for sure.
yes and no, because for us it really was more smoother.
Is it?
I
Okay.
feel. Okay, discipline was another thing altogether.
Yeah.
But we always performed.
So this is why I say ours was the best because we trained them.
Yes.
We gave them scenarios that you have to anticipate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, all right, then you're agreeing.
Yeah,
Ours
I
was
am.
the best batch.
I should actually. I
we
can give.
prepared them like crazy. We were
Maybe,
out
and
of the world.
also then, we always know teachers to be the most patient humans, and that's why they are teachers.
Right. Yeah, correct.
So then if you don't see the patients breaking out,
Right.
you're not a student, right?
Right.
So we did our part too.
True.
So, yeah.
So in my introduction, I had said that I know Neha from DPS days, right?
Right.
And the Neha I knew and the Neha that I'm seeing right now and I'm excited to know is like poles apart.
Okay.
Right? Which is
Yes.
and we kind of have to touch upon this because the only thing that makes sense is the growth.
Right.
That's the evolution.
Absolutely.
And I feel like somewhere inside you are still that thing to just come out
Yeah.
and explode.
Oh, I love to.
But you are like really steady and
Yes.
calm right now.
Yes.
What happened?
Like you said, we evolve. Okay.
Right.
And then there have been experiences and things I have learned through this journey.
Right.
That have made me more grounded, maybe, more humble towards myself first,
Right.
that I probably may have not been earlier.
Right.
Probably known the yes and no
Right.
through the journey. So maybe that.
Right.
And of course, yoga.
Yoga.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that
Yes.
later down the episode.
Absolutely.
But I have to thank my sister Jaisal. Like I told you as well, you were one guest who we were not prepared to get a no from, and we have had lots of no's. And we were very good on planning this out. We were like,
Right.
I'm not going to approach Neha right away. I want you to approach Neha because you talk to her.
Yeah.
And also, I kind of knew you were super confident
Yeah.
that something like this will be so natural to you
How
that
nice,
you will be
yes.
like easily with it.
Yes.
Because this is what I know you for.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
You don't back down.
Yeah, I don't back down. I love doing it. I love talking it out. I love being so descriptive about how it should be and this and that and all of it.
Amazing.
Yes.
We are looking to gain a lot out of this conversation from you.
Right.
So let's first jump into your influencer side
Okay.
of the conversation, right? You are now an influencer. Ahmedabad knows you.
Okay.
I can't wait for Gujarat and then India take over from your perspective and they start knowing you more and more. How do you take, what was your journey to becoming an influencer? Give us
Okay.
some tips and tricks you applied.
Okay, so to be very honest to you, I never applied any tips or tricks. It actually came very naturally, and I just kept following my passion.
Okay.
As PCOS hit me, okay, in my 20s, and I figured that not everybody is aware of it. And then when I studied about it, 8 on 10 women are hit with PCOS and they aren't even aware about it.
What is that?
So PCOS is actually a hormonal imbalance that women face.
In their 20s? Or
Usually it is very early in the age and then it shows up real late. You know,
Okay.
it's already like done the damage.
Symptoms क्या होते हैं उसके?
उसके symptoms are
watch out for.
हाँ, like hair fall है. Then you have irregular period. Okay. Then you have sudden weight gain.
Okay.
And you have irritability. You have sleeplessness.
Okay.
Okay, you are not able to sleep. And you know the कहावत that people say that मुझे तो हवा से भी weight gain होता है. That actually is true for women
it's-
suffering PCOS. It's a
Wow.
polycystic ovary syndrome.
Okay.
where there are cysts that surround your ovaries and they make fertility difficult. Yeah.
And so that kind of made you choose your path to
Yes.
sort of talk about it,
Yes, because
be open about it.
yes, absolutely. Because more than influencing, to be very honest to you, it was more of reaching out and helping women.
हाँ.
कि ऐसा भी कुछ होता है,
Right.
and then are you aware about it? And yes, there is a solution to it. So I wanted to put that out through my journey.
Okay.
Yes, and then simultaneously Zumba also came in because I love dancing. I just love dancing.
Right.
And then actually I can say Zumba got me the fame.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think people know you with
The dance
the
and the
dance
Zumba
and
instruction
Zumba.
part. Yes,
Uh,
they do.
what was real revelation for me, right? एक होता है that influencer side के जब हम देखते हैं, I'm like यार नेहा के पास इतने reels है, इतने लोग like करते हैं, follow करते हैं, right नेहा को. And then when I'm scouting the locals from my family, like I was telling you right before started rolling, right? That my
Yes.
Masi
Yes.
knows you and she's not so active on social media.
Yes.
So that gives us a ground reality check. कि
Yes.
एक्चुअल में ग्राउंड पे क्या हो रहा है.
जी बिल्कुल.
एक है इंस्टाग्राम पे करना या यूट्यूब पे या फेसबुक पे, बट when really people see it and tell you, that gives like so much more
Yes,
joy.
absolutely.
I'm very very happy and proud of you.
Thank you.
From what I have known you, I have seen you, right?
Yes.
Just this morning there was a post on your Instagram. You have clients in Canada.
Yes, I
So
do.
you offer your services and you guide people
Yes.
globally.
Yes.
Not just in Ahmedabad or Gujarat.
Yes.
And that was very very fun to see. And that lady, she had I don't remember the name of that person, but she posted and you
She
kind
fit
of
into her jacket again and she was happy about it. The
Such
jacket
a
she was
great
going to
feeling.
discard. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Small accomplishments really help you go further
right,
beyond your capacity.
amazing.
Yeah.
So what, your clients can take it? I mean, I told you to teach me dance for my brother-in-law's wedding. You said no. कैसे चलेगा?
कैसे चलेगा?
क्या क्या करना पड़ता है नहीं? So
It is
so
what it is.
influencer. Let's talk a little bit more about that, right? Does it impact you when you have, like, let's say you prepare a post or something and you give in all your heart into it and it doesn't work? As an influencer, does it hit your ego at any point? And be honest, okay? Don't say that, because I know sometimes I get affected if something we have worked so hard for it and it doesn't take off.
No, it doesn't hit my ego and it doesn't affect me because, to be very honest, I know it will reach the one it needs to reach. So the numbers or the interaction on the post doesn't matter because sometimes it doesn't show on the outside. But then there are people or there are women who are writing to me that, hi Neha, I'm hesitant to put it out to you, but this is what I'm suffering. Help me out or guide me how to start.
Right.
So even if, I put my face up on the story and I say I wasn't willing to, move my body today, but I showed up on the mat and I just did my pranayam and I did a couple of Surya Namaskars and I was good to go.
Right.
I instantly get replies saying, thank you, this was much needed. You just motivated me.
Right.
Small things. So
Right.
sometimes, of course, this is way bigger than my ego. This is about women trying to come out of their suffering and do something that is beyond their capacity.
Do you believe that's the true influence that you can
Yes,
have
it is.
on the
Yes,
world
it
in
is.
general?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
So this is something that I'm going
Slowly.
to take away from you.
Yes.
Again, this is also my journey, my
Yes.
lens, but I always look to learn, take things from the conversations, because that's the best and the most
True.
beautiful thing that you can do
Right.
is to change yourself.
Yes.
Or not just change yourself, but evolve and try to be a better person at looking at different things.
Yeah,
Right?
I also feel that I have to be receptive to it at the same time. It's not always going to be flowery. You also have to see the low side of it.
Right, right.
It's not always going to go my way. There are times, there are wedding seasons that are coming in. Then Navratri.
Right.
So even during training, it is a low period. People don't come to the classes because they have late nights.
Right.
So I really have to keep my calm. I know it's going to be fine for them as well as me.
Right.
So yeah.
Now that you are so calm and positive, let's talk about trolls, right?
Okay.
And they really take up your happy space.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Especially that's a big part of that comes with influences, right?
Yes.
Do you care? Do you just mentally check out? I don't know you. You can't affect my. How do you look at the trolls?
Nah, I don't give a damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really don't give a damn. But trolls also make me realize that, oh, my reel is being watched.
Okay.
And, oh, I'm, under observation. Also by people who don't like me. So that feels good.
So any publicity is good publicity kind of a situation?
It always is how you put yourself out.
Okay.
So I don't see it as any. It is always like I have done my bit and I have made sure to not offend anybody, say, or I want to put out what, is required. Rest is Ram Bharose.
How amazing, man.
That's it. I will do my bit. अभी आपको negatively लेना है, आप negatively लो, आपको positively लेना है. That is your mindset. I can't come in and change that for you.
Right. मान लो, for example, in Instagram goes away tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have to still, you are using that as a main, lot of big platform to influence. How would you take it? Like, let's say Instagram goes away. What will you do in your part to still try and reach?
Buzz publicity. Mouth to mouth publicity. Talk about myself more. Try and take more free classes, maybe. Yeah.
Let's say information highway is like, there's so many people who are so-called influencers or who are like just out there. How can people filter that through true information versus like the wrong? Because in especially I want to focus more on India and Indian population, right?
Yeah.
They take, maybe at some point I have also been in that pool.
Yes.
Okay, जहाँ पे मैं misinformation ले लेता हूँ,
हाँ
and
जी.
then I try to, somebody tells me, corrects me, then I have to go back and do my research. How do you see that? How can people really get to the right source or right information?
By not just sticking to one platform of information. You need to read more.
Okay.
Yes. Also, you need to experience more. You cannot stick to one piece of information or one medium of information all the time.
Okay.
So, like, even our teachers back then said, if you want to improve your vocab, read more. Okay, if you're reading Times of India, now read Economic Times.
Right.
So you have to read more. You also have to experience it. And at the same time, you have to go with what your gut says. So your
Right.
gut at the same time plays a very important role.
Right.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about fitness side, right? Let's say you, firstly, how can someone approach you to get your mentorship or your coaching?
I'm one text away on WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. You keep an eye on all of that?
I
Or
do
you
try
have, like,
to
team of
cope up
people?
80%. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's how you, I've seen your stories and stuff where you actually go to people's, like you have a group of people and you go and train them
Yes.
personally by yourself.
Yes, I do.
And like you have the curriculum, right?
Yes, I do.
Let's talk about like
Sure.
when you train them in the outdoors, and this problem of AQI, right? I know the pollution and what do you take any such of precautions, or you choose consciously the timings where you have the least amount? How do you go
Yes.
about that?
Yes, we choose the timings. We preferably keep it early mornings. Though now even early mornings are higher AQIs only.
Right.
Okay, but then they are better than the latter part of the day.
Okay.
And I've always felt that no, early mornings are better. Morning movement is medicine.
Right.
And sometimes working out in the morning also improves your cardiovascular health, increases the level of oxygen in your blood,
Okay.
and improves your lung capacity.
Okay.
So that definitely helps.
Okay. You are just one person. How do you reach like so many people at the same time? Because do you have like team or something?
I don't have a team. I function all by myself.
Okay.
I plan my day in that manner where I take limited trainings so that I am my 100 to everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's a lifelong journey for fitness. So do you
Yes.
have any plans to sort of expand on this? You will not be able to be at every place once you have like
Yes, that's true.
so many people wanting you to be everywhere.
Yes.
Are you thinking about like, training or identifying different avenues
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I
Do
do.
you have any plans that you can share, or you want to just wait?
Yes, I'll wait for the right time.
Okay. But there is something that big's happening
Definitely,
in the
yes.
background.
Oh, definitely. I also have my brother
Okay.
who's in the same field as me,
Okay.
and he's the only boy who's doing calisthenics in Ahmedabad.
Amazing.
So, yes.
He has a studio or something?
Yes, we have a space of our own,
Okay.
training calisthenics.
What's it called?
It's called Calihood Calisthenics Park.
Okay. Where is it?
We're situated in Thaltej.
Thaltej. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Wonderful.
yes.
We'll try to check it out.
Absolutely,
Again,
most
time is of
welcome.
what I'm fighting right now.
Yeah,
But,
most welcome. It's gonna
yeah.
take you 30 minutes altogether. Please come.
Okay, definitely.
Yes.
So you are building your brand
Yes.
right now. You're in the process of doing
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
And like I said, I already had the ground reality and validation. I already talked about you
Yeah.
in that regards.
Yeah.
So that's been taken care of, right? What do you feel in especially in, let's talk about just Ahmedabad, since you know people, any misconceptions about fitness that people have from, like, which are like very basic, and you feel like, ye nahi hai. Actually, no. Can you give us some of your pointers or observations?
Oh, there are many actually. So, starting with if I want to lose weight, I'll eat less. Or सुबह नहीं उठा जाता है, what to do? Okay, take a gym membership, but don't go there.
Right.
If I'm going to the gym, I definitely, need a personal trainer. I cannot work out on my own.
Right.
And there are so many more. But yeah, these being, there are too many limitations mentally, I feel, more than physical challenges.
Right.
Yes, it's all in the head.
How do you? What's your process to start with your clients?
So when they approach to start a training or something, my first question to them always is, are you sure about starting this?
Right.
Because number one, you have to trust me with your body. And you have to trust me with what I designed for you. And all I need from your side is consistency. Just show up with whatever you are going through in your mind and body. Just come on the mat and let loose.
Right.
Because at some point of time, if you don't do that, everything else is definitely going to pull you down. All the time, that is going to happen.
Right.
So when do you have those 45 or those 60 minutes for you? Right up when you're fresh, right? When you haven't thought about the day, but you think about yourself.
Right.
So that's when you have to, just hit the nail and come out of everything that is stopping you and get out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel like a trainer is yourself?
Yeah.
How much of approachability do you focus on? Like, how much easiness with which they can talk to you? How do you try to break the ice so that they can be free in expressing what injuries they might have already that you should be careful about?
Yeah.
How do you go about that?
So those are my first few questions in the conversation during their inquiry.
Okay.
About, be it a postpartum, about anything that is underlying that I should know, their latest blood reports, everything is asked by me.
Okay.
Yes, so they are well in comfort even before they start training.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. Let's talk about, like, let's say you inspire people. Who inspires you?
My mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it a little bit?
Oh, definitely. She has been this rock solid pillar for me. As soon as I've known how to even strike a conversation or maybe how to go about things, so from teaching me basic etiquette to how to lead my life,
Okay.
and like you said, never backing down
Right.
and never giving up. And I have seen her do that, even if she hasn't explained to me in words.
Right.
I have seen her do that. And it is usually for girls, in our households, that the girl is spending most of the time with her mother at home, post school or whatever, post college. Okay, you have to handle the kitchen for some time and you have to look after your brother for some time.
Right.
So we do tend to spend a lot of time with our mothers.
Amazing.
Yeah.
On that note, like, I am led by 3 amazing women in my life. My job is just, I'm a brawn, they are the brains. So every time I get stuck, like I said, even to
Yeah.
get you here,
Yeah.
I didn't use, but I had to go to them first
Yeah.
because they know better than what I do. And that's all because I believe in big women empowerment. I want to be that face.
Right.
Let's talk about like weight training, and we have talked about this in the past before, but it's relevant. Like I want you come from the horse's mouth. What is the importance of weight training for women? And at what age they
Yes.
should not feel, or after 40 you lose a certain percentage of your muscle mass, but talk to me about that a little bit.
Okay, let me correct you a bit right here. Not anymore after 40s. Lately, they've started to say that your 40s are your new 30s.
Okay, so
Okay, so your muscle mass actually starts reducing once you are 30 plus.
okay,
Right? And for every woman or man, strength training is very important to maintain your muscle mass.
if you had only 35 40 minutes 30 or 45 minutes a day,
Okay,
and let's say you have to also do cardio and you also do weight training,
yeah.
what should someone's regime look like?
A 25 and 20. A 25 minutes of weight training and a 20 minutes of cardio.
Okay.
It's more than enough, even if they have 35 to 40 minutes every day. More than enough.
And when you say like do it every day, meaning your body also needs rest.
Yes.
Should you just train 7 days a week and just keep pushing through, or listen to your body and then just take a break if you have
Again,
to?
never quantify it. Always listen to your body. If your body supports you for all 7 days of training, go ahead of 7 days of training. Again, divide it as a light, medium, high intensity workout.
Okay.
That balances your hormones as well as, increases your muscle recovery.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Every time or every few months or every few years, you hear different types of diets, different types of these things, right? And the client must be telling you, okay, oh, I heard this and I'm doing this.
Huh.
What's your response to that?
I usually, in the beginning when I train, I usually mention food plays a very important role in your daily life, because apart from the 1 hour that you are on the mat, it's the rest of the 23 hours that you balance,
Right.
out of which you know what you're going to, grab from the kitchen.
Okay.
So even if I have the diet on paper listed very well, oh, lunch and dinner and breakfast all sorted out on the table, done very well, but what is the point?
Right.
What is the point if you're not headstrong towards it? And then diets these days, I've heard, also have cheat days.
Cheat days.
Okay, so lately it's also come to me that eating regular khana is called as diet. Ki ye to diet pe hai, and all of that. So it's gone so bizarre also that eating normal khana or eating jowar ka roti and sabzi is like she's eating diet ka khana.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel there is a lack of segregation towards understanding that diet food is a caloric deficit food and your normal khana is what your body actually needs.
Okay. So normal khana can be, so to simplify this, we can say normal khana is to hold that weight that you currently are on.
Absolutely. And
And
to give you
deficit
that
is to drop
nutrition.
the-
Yes.
So when you are in deficit, it's also important to. So what right now I briefly spoke to you about that project deflation thing that I am doing, right?
Yes.
And it is an experiment on my own body.
Yes.
Where every month, let's say and someday down the line, we will put all that content and information out, because I want to do it in real time and I want to live it.
Right.
So I have recorded myself doing 14,000 steps for entire month. Then there was a month where I consistently did a deficit and tried to scientifically use all the information. Then I ended up hurting myself.
Yeah.
So after I did some time after injury, how I resumed, because that's the hardest part. Like
Right.
right now I'm traveling for 2 weeks.
Right.
It's going to be so much pain
Yes, it is.
for me to go back on my regime.
Yes, to get back to it.
But luckily, I have my wife
Yes.
who looks at me with those eyes, and then I surrender. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah, so partner support.
100%, 100%.
Yes.
She has gone through a tremendous transformation, and she is like the pillar. Like, so every
Right.
time I look at her, I'm like, my kids my wife tells me my kids are scared of me, and I tell them I don't know where it comes from. Now I know. what the source is.
Yeah.
So you need support, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about Rag, your husband, and your just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you said you both are kind of, that's one thing, that fitness
Yeah.
is one thing that both attracted
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
to each other.
Absolutely.
What does your, let's say you gain 5 pounds in somehow.
Huh.
What does Rag's role in that?
Okay, so firstly, he will not let me gain those 5 pounds. Okay. To be very honest to you, we both are very mindful about it.
Okay.
Now, if you question me about if I gain those 5 pounds and what is his role in it, he will make sure that I don't stress about it, first of all.
Okay.
He will say, okay, जब मन था हमने खाया, हमने जब मन था ignore किया, now it's time to get back. So he makes me realize the importance of having a fit and a healthy body.
Okay.
If at all I'm distracted from my goal. Of course, being a trainer, it is assumed, ये तो trainer है. You know, she can do it like this, but no. It takes every ounce of motivation, even within, to come up and show up and do it.
Right.
Yeah, so when I don't have it within me, he is that motivation and support to help me cut those kilos off and get
Okay.
back on track.
I was one
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
ये तो हो जाएगा, इसका
हाँ.
तो सारा नॉलेज है, सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन है,
पर
परफेक्ट
करना,
बॉडी है, तो वो
हाँ,
तो कर ही
पर
लेंगे.
वो कर नहीं पाते ना, because then your priorities end up changing.
Grass is always greener on the other side.
Always.
So for me, you are like a perfect person. You're like, ये तो क्या हो गया, 5 रोटी
Yeah.
खा लिया तो
Yeah.
हफ्ते बाद मिलो, सब हो जाएगा खत्म.
हाँ.
But the hard reality,
Yes.
see how contrast we were. So we had me and my wife,
Yeah.
we never take things so seriously. That's
Yeah.
our biggest thing.
Yeah.
मेरे घर में ना humor plays a big role.
Yeah, likewise.
We never we don't stress. We stress, but even in stress we find funness, right?
You have to.
So ये जो 5 pound वाला मैंने इसलिए बताया था,
हाँ.
शिवानी knows. We try to put on other person.
हाँ.
5 pound बढ़ा लो ताकि उसके मेरे कम लगे.
Ah, can you imagine why?
Look at me, what happened to
Oh
me
God.
in that process.
नहीं,
And
wrong
I-
side पे बढ़ने
and
का
I
हो
was like,
गया.
how is she so skinny? But
Yeah.
that was out of joke. Now
Yeah.
we are in a and I have lost really tremendous weight like 2 times.
Very nice.
I already know what I have to do. It's just that I have to do it.
Yeah.
And like with age, believe it or not, it gets harder and harder to drop those pounds.
It does.
If I was in my, like, let's say early or late 20s, even early 30s, I would have been able to push through it.
Yeah.
Now as I'm pushing 40,
Yeah.
and now that I'm seeing my body taking longer,
Yeah.
but just showing up every single day
Yes.
is what I tell myself, keep telling my mind
Yeah.
that keep showing up,
Yeah.
don't drop.
Yeah.
Because the moment you like just quit, वो वापस से फिर I'll go back to my
Yeah, that's true.
older self.
Yeah, that's true, because once you've crossed that age, it really doesn't matter how much weight you're lifting.
Right.
It is consistency over everything.
Right.
Just keep going, like constantly.
Right.
You know, like how we are like, you know, deciding on something and then we're like, okay, ये तो साइड में होता रहेगा. No.
हाँ.
हम होएंगे तो होता रहेगा
Right,
वाला
right.
पार्ट है. Very simple.
हमारे कल्चर में तो मैं नहीं बोलूँगा,
हाँ.
लेकिन मैंने देखा है ज़्यादातर साउथ एशियंस लोगों में, लाइक अगर मैं कहीं बाहर गया हूँ तो अरे वेकेशन पे है तो खा लो, राइट, विच ओके, इट्स ऑल आउट ऑफ लव.
Yeah.
व्हेन आई एट माई मासीज प्लेस, 2-3 चम्मच घी के वहाँ जाके फिर करना ही है. नाउ आई एम ऑफ दैट माइंड सेट वेयर नहीं, आई मीन लव आपका है लेकिन पेट तो मेरा है.
हाँ.
लव आपका है लेकिन फिर वो सब हैंडल तो मुझे ही करना
हाँ,
पड़ेगा.
और कौन है ये लोग जो बोलते हैं आटला में कहीं नहीं था, इसमें कुछ नहीं होगा, इतने से क्या होता है, बट ऐसा नहीं होता, बहुत कुछ होता है.
हाँ, so वो talk about that. Then we say again you have to say it. मैं तो बोलता रहता हूँ कि मेरे से कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
हाँ, नहीं, but ये it is true, because there are people who actually don't follow this. And there are people like us who want to follow it.
Right.
तो उसमें क्या होता है ना, अगर हम किसी के घर पे या कहीं पे जाते हैं, किसी भी फंक्शन पे, तो it is assumed कि अब बाहर आ गए हो तो खा ही लो.
हाँ, correct.
तो there is this very common saying everywhere कि इतने में कुछ नहीं होता, अब ये तूने स्टार्ट कर दिया है खाना तो अब चलना, कल थोड़ा ज़्यादा वर्कआउट कर लेना.
Right.
ऐसा नहीं होता. वो ज़्यादा के लिए जो ताकत लगता है,
Right.
वो प्रीवियसली आप क्या खाते हो उस पर भी डिपेंड करता है.
Correct.
सो इफ आई एम ईटिंग जंक, okay, or anything that is not meant to be in my body.
Right.
My body ka behavior will also be junk.
Correct.
It is सीधा हिसाब.
करेक्ट. लोग समझते ही नहीं है
नहीं,
ना.
बिल्कुल नहीं.
कुछ
और
नहीं
फिर
होता.
ऐसों को बैठ के समझाने का भी पॉइंट नहीं है.
Right.
आर्ग्यूमेंट में जाता है बात.
ऐसा मत बोलो. What if they are clients
नो नो
down the line?
नो, जिसको बुरा लगे वो, जिसको दिल पे लेना है वो ले
लगना
सकते
चाहिए.
हैं. बिल्कुल
लगना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल
Okay.
बिल्कुल.
We'll take it up. That's why you are called. कितना मैं बुरा लगूं बोल
हाँ
बोल
को
के.
तो फिर
और पता है और क्या परसेप्शन भी क्या होता है. Like, since now I am still chubby and even though I have knowledge they will not understand me.
ओके.
But when you are fit yourself
Yeah.
and when you are saying something, even though we are both saying the exact same thing, it will make so much more difference.
आई कैन रिलेट टू दिस सो मच
It makes so much
बिकॉज
more difference.
वही चीज़ अगर हम जो घर पे हो रही होती है तब बोलते हैं तब नहीं माना जाता है. डॉक्टर ने बोला ना
हाँ.
कि आपको अब ये थोड़ा वॉक स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, हाई ब्लड प्रेशर आ गया, देन दे विल स्टार्ट.
Exactly.
या
So people,
Undermine.
it's also another thing.
Yes.
And when I tell somebody, I've been to like this twice, and I've done it very differently both the times.
Yeah.
And the third time, I'm much more now aware.
Yeah.
And I know my body's limits. I know back injury hoti hai, knee injury hoti hai.
Yeah.
So you have to guard all these injuries while you
Yeah.
are doing this. When people say, just start lifting, and I'm like, I know, but like I ended up overloading so quickly on my weight that I ended up having tennis elbow.
Okay.
So then I had to cut down drastically and then not stop but start walking more instead.
That's
So to
right.
compensate for that injury, right? So all these things are so important that you understand.
Yes.
But then when and और एक और चीज़ होती है, right? Like free की advice बहुत है. Like मैंने पूछा भी नहीं है अभी. मैंने for example मैंने शुरू किया मेरा weight loss journey, right? All I need is someone to be there by by telling me that okay, amazing, just go,
Yeah,
go
the
for it.
push.
Not even the push, just be present
Okay.
by saying that okay, go for it.
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
do it.
Yeah,
That's all I
absolutely.
want. But
Yeah.
then there is like, oh, you should eat this much protein. अरे ये तो खाना ही नहीं चाहिए. You should only focus on this part.
Right.
So then it confuses you so much.
It does. That's right.
In that sense,
It does.
like someone who is like you who does this for living
Yeah.
plays a very important role in trying to come and correct and
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is meant for. Because until and unless you don't simplify it,
right,
it will not be sustainable.
correct,
Right? Go slow with it.
right,
Focus on what's working well for you first.
right,
Once you're fine with that, add in the next step maybe.
perfect,
Because we definitely cannot achieve everything in one go.
right,
So we have to go step by step. See, okay, today I'm lifting 5. Maybe attempting 7.5 kgs the next week.
Right.
I'm happy with 5. I'm not competing with the boy with the barbell and, hitting those squats next to me. No. Am I supposed to become him? No. Am I supposed to become her? No. I'm doing this for me.
right,
So I gotta watch what suits my body, my mindset, and how prepared I am to go about it.
exactly,
So that's when you will be able to continue what you've decided for yourself.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So I want to talk about the marathon. I've seen your clips. You run marathons with 10Ks or more than that, or full marathons?
Just 10Ks.
Okay. What I have myself ran 3 or 4 10Ks back in the US. Like I've done some races, and I on and off do 5Ks. Now because of the knee injury, I walk the
Yes.
5Ks or 10Ks.
Right.
But I don't do. What kind of preparation is needed when you are running something? 10K is a lot of kilometers.
Yeah,
in
10K
one
is,
go.
10K is actually a lot of kilometers for me because I myself suffer a knee chondromalacia for my left knee. I do.
Okay.
And I hate running. I still haven't fallen in love with it. I
Okay.
swear, I still feel that, I have to still go and run.
Right.
But post-run, the feel that I get.
You get runner's high after a point.
Yeah,
Once
absolutely.
you get into it.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of knee strengthening.
Okay.
There's a lot of dynamic stretches.
How much of a gap do you need from your 10K run versus you start the preparation?
If it's going to be my first 10K,
Okay.
I took 2.5 months to prepare. Because for me, it was a lot of things going on in my mind, especially with my knee.
Right.
So I did
Your
take my
mind keeps
time.
going there. You
It
know it's
does.
there. Even if it's not there, you'll just keep
Yeah,
on
what if?
going to
What
it.
if? It's
Same.
the dilemma is always up your head.
Right.
So I took it easy. I did not set any target in my mind
Okay.
that I have to finish the 10K in these many minutes.
What about your diet? Did you do anything specific? Like, do you focus on being lighter
No,
at all?
no.
Okay.
No, I eat everything that my body requires.
Okay.
I did not do any specific diet before my 10K run or any
Okay.
such thing. Yeah. I did a lot of knee strengthening, a lot of dynamic stretches and deep conditioning for
Okay.
my hamstring, for my quads, and for all muscles that support my knee. My
Okay.
calves, my soleus, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, okay, when so people they do say like you have to be lighter,
Yeah.
to be able to have less of force on your knee.
Yes, you
on your
definitely
joints.
need to be.
So it's good to know that you still focus more on like strengthening by
I do.
lifting and training squats and all that.
I do because anybody can run.
Right.
But you should know how to run.
Key is to at least 2 to 3 months of like your lead time to the
Ideally.
race,
Ideally.
and then you scale eventually,
Ideally.
and you consult.
Yes. Also because my work keeps me very busy.
Right.
So I could only practice in my free hours.
Exactly, because you also have clients in the morning, and then you have to find
Yes.
time for your own self.
Yes, also
and-
there's tennis in the evening. I love playing tennis.
Right.
So yeah.
I've seen your Insta stories
Yes,
on
I
that.
love playing tennis.
I want to talk just a little bit about while we're on this topic about
Yes.
calisthenics.
Yes.
It's I have known about it for like years now.
Yes.
Okay, and I always used to think that it was a niche. Only certain body type can do it, but now I know that it's not about body type. You can always start slow.
Yes.
Like any body type can do calisthenics.
Yes.
So why did your brother choose calisthenics out of all the form of fitness? What drew him to it?
The form of fitness drew him to it actually.
It's very demanding, right?
It is very demanding, and somehow when he started doing it, it really gave him the body he always wanted. When I say body, I'm not talking about the physical appearance. I'm speaking about the muscle growth that he wanted.
Okay.
The kind of strength and the feel that he got after doing that workout.
That's just purely using your own body weight as a weight,
Completely,
correct?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
To
right.
start with, yes.
Okay. And then
Yes.
you just progress
Absolutely.
with the load.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So that's kind of drew him to what he's doing.
Yeah. The push, the pull, everything in and around it.
Perfect.
He got into it completely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's come full circle for this recording and let's go back to DPS.
Yes.
Because that's where our journey, that's how I knew you, and that's
Yeah.
how you knew me
Yeah.
through our DPS days, right?
Yeah.
And Ahmedabad has produced some crazy talents
Yes,
who have come out of
absolutely.
DPS. Yourself being
Absolutely.
one of them.
Thank you.
How do you look at what goes on in your mind when you think about like where were we
Yeah.
and what has gotten us to this point?
Yeah.
Because what I studied, I am nowhere close to what I studied, even in the commerce and science section of it.
Yeah. Okay,
thoughts on
that's one question, but that has so many subcategories to it. So, okay, to start with, DPS actually built in that confidence in terms of language and how to put myself out there. Because I was never a person who could speak confidently in public. I was always this kid who was definitely very obedient in class, but also teacher's pet at times. But then I was never this person who would go out there.
Right.
So post school, I did try doing CA also, but that was too much of padhai for me, and I loved watching TV, so there was no chance that I
Right.
could go ahead with it.
Right.
Moving on, I completed my master's in business administration, and that's where marketing and HR, played a very important role in bringing me to surface with what I actually want to be.
Right.
So even when, over there we are said that this will help you get into corporate life,
Right.
but I could not fit into the 9 to 6 or the 9 to 5 somehow.
Corporate culture.
Somehow, someone telling me what to do, what not to do, and,
Right.
to dress up and reach somewhere. So that was never me, somehow. And dance always liberated me. I was always fond of dancing. And fitness is in the blood because mom, dad, both, again, have been into it. I've grown up seeing them that way.
Right.
So somehow I just cut loose one fine day.
Right.
And I decided that, okay, this is looking like fitness. And there was this gym I entered in Dubai one fine. My cousin just took me there and she's like, have you heard of Zumba? I was like, no. She's like, you like dancing and I know you have a Latin base also. Come. And I just went with her there. And that fine day, I decided I'm going to do this, keep aside everything that is corporate now.
Right.
And I am going to do this.
Right.
Yeah. And slowly, after getting into it, I found myself to get better at it.
Right.
I grew with it. I found myself with it. And I also realized that the discipline and ethics from school are still inside me.
Right.
Yeah.
How amazing. Two things school did to me. One was when they introduced laptops in schools.
Yeah.
We were one of the first ones who
Right.
kicked it off, right?
Yeah, our batch,
It's a different story. We ended up playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Our last
Yeah, yeah.
and we
Oh my
when
God,
it
CS.
used to come Alt Tab and just change. And,
Yeah.
don't do that, please. We
Yeah,
are
only
not-
PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah, they should have told us that
Yeah.
the laptop is for studies only and not for.
Yeah.
And there were not better firewalls and everything. So they could restrict certain sites and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And we used to have the CD slots.
Yeah.
A bit it's easier to control that. But they introduced us to this world of technology back then. It was a
They
big
did.
deal.
They
Now it's
did.
just so much further ahead.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that I took away from it. Like
Yeah.
the use of technology for the good.
Yeah.
You can. It's
Yeah.
very easy to get swayed in not doing it. But
Yeah.
that's one thing. Second thing was we took some international trips when I went to Singapore. I went to Mauritius.
Oh, you've
from
been
school.
lucky. Oh, you've been lucky.
I've been super lucky.
Absolutely.
That opened doors for me to look at
Yeah.
world differently.
That is good
Whatever we
exposure.
studied
Yeah.
versus now I'm very fortunate that I've had an
Yes.
opportunity to travel a lot of Europe. I live in the US, so I travel locally there.
Right.
I've seen Ahmedabad. I've seen India.
Yes.
And it is so much, it's opened my mind to, understanding life and take it easy. Like
Yes.
take it like really easy.
Yes.
Because it's not worth
Yes,
it.
yes.
Anything that you're going through right now,
Yeah.
after a few weeks or maybe after a few hours, you will laugh at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I was being this, and I again and again go back to humor as my big way of
Yeah.
releasing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time my wife is stressed, I am stressed. My kids, they're so young and they stress about some.
Yeah.
They have breakouts. One of the elder ones, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You
Yeah,
have a
it
breakout.
doesn't matter.
But meet me after 5 minutes. We're gonna have a round of like fun, joy
Yeah.
stuff that we will do.
So important.
So that prepared me unknowingly.
Yeah.
That's what my school did to me. I'm not so sure what's the thing right now, but I want kids to, just, it's all going to be okay.
Yeah, it's all going to be
Just
fine.
live life.
Yeah.
Let others live life.
Yeah, you do you and
Trolls
Yeah.
keep coming at me.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
going to enjoy what you say.
Yes.
But then I'm going to forget about it.
yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, so how did the session go?
Oh, very well.
For you?
Very well.
Were you nervous in the beginning, or were you just?
No, I was fine. I did not anticipate anything, to be very honest.
Yeah, that's the best way. Sometimes
Yeah.
surprises. I was nervous, but I always am before
Yeah.
my shoot start because. But then I always go back to thinking why I started this. Like,
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's fun. Having
Yeah.
an interaction. When was I ever going to get time with you one-on-one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm very glad and happy that you said yes.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
No,
it was for y'all, and I had to make it happen because, of course, it was my chance to meet you after ages.
Right.
And I haven't seen Jaisal in a while.
Right.
So, it would have. I couldn't have missed this basically.
No, I'm very, very
So no
grateful
matter
to
what,
you, obviously, and I'm
likewise.
very, very happy, and I can't wait for our conversation to come out.
Yeah.
We'll do our job.
Yeah.
And so much more of love and happiness and progress to you.
Yeah,
I can't
thank
wait for you to
you.
flourish and break out the barriers from Ahmedabad and go
Yeah.
like India and then
Yeah.
you're already international. But
I hope so too.
people know Neha,
Yeah.
the new Neha that I am seeing right now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much,
And,
Alak bhai.
and for the audience, please like, share, and subscribe. I take away something from the episode. I'm taking a lot out of it. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to share it with somebody who can use it, and try to DM Neha if you know where you're going, or even if you're lost. She responds to, what was it, at 80-90%?
Yeah, 80%, yes.
And this is just 80%, but I think she responds to 100%.
Yes, I do.
She just takes a little bit time because of her busy schedule, but
Yeah,
she
that's
will
that.
100% respond back to you.
Yes.
And this is your host Halak signing off. I'll see you guys in the next episode.